Doing out there today? First things first, my name is Kenneth Berg. I'm the creator of luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light projection technology gain times 4 and 5. We are working on eliminating the 4 and 5 and bringing out a gain that we're going to be integrating into the screen paint that is going to have technology gain times 7. Now keep in mind, our 4 and 5s are extremely powerful. These screens pull it outside on 1100 lumen projectors. Okay, you can't get any more powerful than that. But we figured out some interesting stuff about that gain that we developed. There's a spray-on version for the wallpaper projection screens, and we may be able to develop something way more powerful than that. So those tests are going to be coming up very soon, and all those tests are going to be performed outside because I figure inside it's just going to be too easy for it. We're going to do those demonstrations outside. So let me come over here real quick. Let's go back over here real quick because I got to show you something really quick. So this is what we're doing today. Now for those of you that are going to be doing wallpaper screens, keep in mind you don't have to build or paint. Wallpaper screens are already pre-coated. A screen is very easy to roll up when you get done with it. People are asking me, are they portable? Yes, they are. Say if you just Velcro it to your wall, later on you want to take it down and Velcro it someplace else in the house or outside because they are weatherproof. The screen is very flexible. You can roll it up. As you can see, we're rolling it up with no problem at all. Also too, like I said, very lightweight and there's no tools involved. You just stick it to the wall and you're done. That's it. Now, over here, if you're going to be building a frame, and keep in mind, they only come in sizes of 105 inch, 106 or 105, somewhere around that range. But if you're going to be building a frame bigger than that, say you want 120 or 140 or 150 or 180 and so forth, you're going to have to build the frame. All right, okay, unless you're going to paint on the walls. Some people can't paint on the walls, so the frame comes in perfect. Now, in this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to build several different forms of frames just out of this one frame. That's what we're going to be using. I built this last night. All right, so one of the problems, not saying a problem, but it could occur, it may occur, and it could occur when you do a screen, you may get a imprint from the L bracket, right? All right, you might get an imprint. You may or may not get an imprint from the L bracket. And how you basically get rid of the imprint of having this on the opposite side, because when you stretch the material over like this, you're going to have an imprint there, right? You could and may not. I'm not saying you are, but you could or may not have one. This just eliminated it altogether. So what you do is you put a bracket on this side, you repeat the same process all the way around, and you put a bracket at the bottom. Now what it does is actually add support to the screen, so if it moves back and forth, you don't have to worry about the screen falling over and collapsing. All right, now we're going to turn it over on the other side, and you will notice that it's stapled. Now it's stapled on this side here, and it's stapled there. Now that secures the frame from basically detaching itself because you don't have L brackets on this side. Now with this being nice and smooth, you take the material, you stretch it over, bam, that's it. Nice and smooth. You won't see any imprints at all. Let me show you right here. See this? No imprints. Nice and smooth as it should be. If you're seeing wrinkles up in here, that means it's incorrectly. I've seen screens people doing demonstrations and the wrinkles are all up in here, and that's pretty bad. The screen should be nice and smooth. Now this beam has multiple stretches. Screen, it's 147 at 235.1. It is around 10 feet wide and about 5 feet high. It's pretty big. So it has multiple beams in the middle. How we get rid of that, I'm going to show you something right now. How to do that. Now, when you're building your supports in the middle, I like to use a T bracket. It's a T bracket right here because it looks like the letter T. Now what you can do is you slide your piece of wood here. It'll connect right to here. Now since you can't use this on the opposite side because you don't want the imprint pushing through, use a little small, sorry about that, the camera wasn't that close. Use a little small bracket such like so, and you stick it here. Alright, now by sticking that little bracket there, what's going to happen is when that beam comes down, it's going to connect here to the piece of wood, and it's going to connect straight down. So that way you have a support here and here, and then we get the T bracket on the opposite side, and then when you flip it over, all you have to do is staple it, and you're done. Nice, smooth surface to apply your wallpaper. Now, for those of you that are doing 235.1, some 235.1s are going to be 14, some are going to be 15, some are going to be 18 feet wide. Usually 235.1s are high at the top, like I got 5 feet by 10 feet, so you might have 6 feet by 14 feet or so forth. So usually when you go to Home Depot, I think the tallest they make in strips of wood are around 12. That's just, anything over 12, you're going to have to start making your own adapters. And when I mean make your own adapters, this is what I'm talking about. So see this bridge in the middle right here? So I call it bracket bridge. In the middle right here, you'll notice that when I bring up, you'll notice to bring the frame up that it's actually cut. The frame is actually cut. Now the reason why I cut this is to show you that if you have to extend your frame by making it bigger than what it is, and I've done this before, I've had screens that were around 14 feet and I had to extend the frame. This is all you have to do. When you cut and add another piece to it, because you're adding an extension to it, all you got to do is staple it down. You can staple it down on this side if you choose, because I want to do this completely with no with no imprint. But if you're doing it with no imprint, all you got to do is just staple it down on that side. If you choose not to staple it down on that side, then basically you can use the same brackets here on the opposite side. Now, same thing, you repeat the same process, you're stapling in there also. That will allow you to put a bridge in between. Now for those of you who are going to be doing screens that have no front, you're going to be using a front and rear, you don't use this at all, period. Just use the brackets in the corner. Trust me, this will support the screen from actually tilting from left to right. You don't have to worry about your screen falling apart. These actually work extremely well. Alright, also too, for those who've been asking me, how do you do the backlit? Now, backlit in your screen, you're going to put LED lights. Make sure you have enough room right here, a gap room right here, that you can bring your LED lights to the side. I always put a little tape on the back of mine so it sticks. Sometimes that 3M doesn't stick too well. And what you want to do is take a screw and screw it in the top, like so. Now, what this causes, I call it the coffee table effect, because when you take your screen and you lay it against your wall, you're going to have a little gap in between, and that's going to allow the light to hit the wall, ricochet back, and push out from the screen, and that's going to give you the backlit effect much better than laying the screen flat against the wall, having it heat up, because they do heat up. They'll heat up, and that tape will adhesive will start to peel off. So this actually gives you a better backlit display, because like I said, you lay it flat against the wall. What's going to happen is you're going to be actually canceling out a lot of the light. Now also too, for those of you hanging the screen up, these are loop screws right here. I call them loop screws, like so. Alright, all you got to do is screw these at the top like this. Now, easy to hang up. You can use a form of I got one around here somewhere, but I can't figure out what I did with it. You can use a form of I've cut the cables with the hooks on the end. I've used those. Also, I'll show you later, a later video on how to make those. But also too, you can also use the same kind of keychain you have, that little loop. Put one right there and just put a dog chain or a dog latch on the other end. And you come over here and you can hang it up from your ceiling. You can suspend it from your ceiling if you want. So there's so many different ways you can go about doing it. Alright, so let's do something really quick, because I know a lot of you are curious and you're looking at the screen over here. This is a customized screen I designed for myself. It's a 4.3. I watch a lot of black and white classic movies. And when I designed the screen, when it first was designed, you see the paint, it was coated with Crystal Edge screen paint. That's a long time ago. That's a paint we developed a long time with Crystal Edge technology screen paint. Now, the black screen you're seeing is Wallpaper Technology. It is using the new luminous Superior. This is our black screen paint. And I'm going to be actually today recoating my old-fashioned screen with the black. I'm going to show you this is how my screen was designed. Same thing, I didn't want the brackets pushing through, so I stapled right here. Same thing, stapled, same kind of oops, it just fell right off because I forgot that it was leaning right up against my screen, my black screen. So same kind of method I used when I built this screen. Get it lay flat against it. There we go. Same kind of method I used. I used the staples to get on this side, and went out and got some decorated trim, and basically just painted, individually just painted it. And that's how I got my 4.3 screen. That's how I built it. Later on, like I said, another demonstration, I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so first things first, let's start the demonstration. I just want to show you. Now, there's a reason why I'm doing this with my black screen here, to show you exactly the advancement in our technology. Even when watching black and white movies, you're really not getting true black and white or true black contrast if you're using a gray screen, dark gray screen, or a white screen. This is my old-fashioned movie screen, my vintage movie screen. I always wanted a 4.3 vintage screen, and I built this myself. So there's so many different ways on how you can go about building and designing your screens. It's you got to think outside the box. You really do. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways you can do it. And with our screen paint, you can have the best. You don't have to worry about your screen squashing out or fading, and you will get true 100% contrast. So you're seeing, look at this contrast. Now, let me show you my projector really quick. I used the Otis one because I thought it'd be really nice to do with the movie or the video or demonstration. This is my Sony projector right here. That's how old the outputs are. There is the model number right there for those who want to look it up. This projector is 1100 lumens, 720p. The highest outputs on here is analog. That's the highest form of outputs is analog. I love YouTube. YouTube shows off a lot of black and white movies. I watch these pretty much when I want to relax. I don't feel comfortable watching. It doesn't feel real enough to me watching this on a screen that is 16:9 or and so forth. Just don't really get that real movie theater effect. Now see the difference between the black here and the black here? Also too, let me pause this just for a minute. I want to show you something. Now look at this. Look at the curtains. See the curtains there? See how faded they look? And this is our older technology. Now see how you can see the detail more in the black, but less here. That's why, like I said, black technology is the best way to go. Also, one thing I want to add real quick, for those of you who are going to be doing fixed frame screens, you want to design your own form of, and I showed this video before, you want to design your own form of a tension frame without spending a lot of money. This is the tension frame that I built. It's designed the same way as any other fixed frame. The only difference is you actually are building it slightly bigger than the actual screen itself. And what you're going to do is do L brackets, same process all the way around, back to front. Okay, and also too, like I said, for every grommet you have in a screen, you want to put a screw and just tie it down. Tie it down all the way across. You get a nice fixed tension screen that you can design. Very easy to do. There's just different ways you can do it. So this is why I'm showing you this, because just to show you that you don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this. Anybody can do this. And as for the trim that I have on my screen, I got that over at Home Depot. It's pretty cheap, 2 and 3. The most it'll cost you is $5. I'm building a fish tank with this, but I haven't got around to doing it because I've been very, very busy. Alright, so we have our Panasonic projector on the website right now for sale. Also 2 wallpaper screens. More of those are coming in. I got to be shipping these out today. These are actually going out today. Customers have been waiting for those. Yes, they're going to be shipping out today, so you will have a tracking number. We have another ultra short throw coming in because I'm going to be doing an ultra short throw demonstration outside. And we also have a new form of gain coming out. This is going to be technology gain times 7. Now keep in mind, like I said, the other stuff we develop works fantastic. You've seen this stuff is incredible. But we want to design something also too, it's going to be mainly for commercial use. You can use it outside, it's up to you. But we want something that can thrive outside, like a high-powered TV. And like I said, this is perfect, especially for those who live in the warmer states. Alright, with that being said, there's the Panasonic right there. That's on for sale right now on the website. That's $548, and that does come with a wallpaper surface. For those of you, that's basically about it. I think I covered everything right there. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. Just showing you easy ways on how to build and customize your own screens. Like I said, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to do this. Some people may want to make it sound complicated, but it's not that complicated. If you don't have a saw to cut the screen, Home Depot and Lowe's will cut it for you for free. Alright, again, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Kenneth Burr from Luminous 4K Screen Paint using ambient light rejection technology gain times 4 and 5. We're going to do a couple more builds, and I'm going to show you some other things also to show you different ways on how you can design your screens for inside and outside. Also a portable lawn screen too. I'm going to show you how to build too. I'm actually working on that for my outside. Alright, again, show off the rest of this movie. Our black and white old-timey. I love this screen. The screen is amazing. Yeah, 4.3 is my screen. It's actually 5 feet by 5 feet. Sorry about the volume. Volume is very low on these movies. Now see how you can see the detail right here? All the detail. See this? Black levels, like I said, are very important. Even in a black and white movie, black levels are very important. Screens that cannot support black levels will wash out and fade. And please, I can't express this enough. If my time cuts out, I do apologize. But before coming on my YouTube channel, please take the time to look through my archives before coming on my channel and making accusations, because trust me, I do a ton of demonstrations on just about everything. You know, people come on and say, well, I never seen you use an ultra short throw projector. I own so many ultra short throw projectors, it's not even funny. Also too, please check on our website. We have a page on there called Fake Projectors. If your projector is not on that list, we don't support it. Alright, again, thank you all for your time. I gotta go, gotta get back to work. If I have to show you the distance on where the projector is sitting, way back here. Alright, gotta go. Thank you all for your time, and God bless.